goat sucker. Or, as you may know it in its original Spanish, el Chupacabra. Since 1995, this hairless dog-like creature has been known to feast on the goats of innocent villagers all throughout the southern Americas, but starting in Puerto Rico. The creature sucks blood. That's the truth. But what lies beyond? Intro! Theme, boom, 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 and then...
It's time for another episode of Beyond the Truth, Monsters, Myths, Legends, and Lore.
Welcome to Beyond the Truth, the official podcast outgrowth of the Finding the Truth series, where we explore the truths around the truth of monsters, myths, legends, and lore. With me today, I'm your host, John Klein, and this is my beautiful wife, Sarah, my sexy cousin, Jesse, and my funny brother, Micah.
Thank you.
And Susan.
Special guest, Susan.
Our expert.
Special guest, yes. Well, kind
Our
of
expert.
Kind of expert.
They can't see quotations. They can't see air quotes.
So some small chatter.
Have you ever tried to do air quotes while you're carrying something and it just didn't make any sense?
You know what's weird? I don't know when the proper time to use scare quotes or parentheses is.
Scare quotes are not a thing.
Yeah,
It's a word you made up.
The scare quotes or the parentheses?
I want to know
Scare quotes?
Scare quotes.
I've never seen that.
Okay, let's go.
And I'm not saying it's wrong. I just never seen it.
What's the
All right, so the
We
Chupacabra.
just lost half of our listeners that have been listening for 3 minutes.
We lost half
What
our
is this?
listeners
What is
when
this?
Jillian came on here and spewed that
I
crap
hate
last
this.
week.
I hate the small talk
It's
part
true.
of this.
Where did you find her?
Okay, hold on. Don't. Okay.
It's so hard to find a good cryptic
She
Yes.
expert on the
Yes.
internet.
Yes.
She was just talking nonsense.
Craigslist.
Oh, you didn't like
She
her
was.
either?
She was.
7 days and like something like
No.
two people naming all the animals and everything.
No, that's not.
Jesse, we didn't talk about that. I don't think you're with us.
Why are you wearing glasses?
That's what you're wearing glasses too.
I've been wearing glasses the whole series.
All right, let's let this go because we're gonna get sidetracked and I know it.
Okay.
All right, so the Chupacabra.
The Chupacabra, okay. I thought I was here for Crybaby Bridge.
What is crybaby?
Well, that's later. That's
Guys.
nope. Later.
We were
That's later.
Do you want
All right,
me
so
to talk about
Chupacabra.
it?
Here's
can.
what the Chupacabra is, because and there's a lot of evidence that's out there. There's a lot of videos that are out there. We'll have one playing right now. There's a lot of videos of this actual creature. But the thing is, I've traveled to Mexico. I've visited there. It looks like a large, essentially hairless dog.
You've
like,
seen it.
Well, I haven't seen the creature, no. But I saw Mexico. I saw Tulum. I saw the area, very beautiful area. I thought a very interesting thing was that different areas, you could tell how well funded the areas were based on the wandering dogs in the neighborhood. And so that makes me think, is the Chupacabra really just the manifestation of like all of like the worst fears about an area being so bad? So it's a little bit of the Mexican people's take on poverty and the fear of that. What are your thoughts,
What
Susan?
was sucking the goat's blood then? Or,
So
there
poverty,
are goats.
Poverty was
sucking
sucking
the goat
the
blood.
not but like a
Oh,
metaphor, maybe.
So you believe
So
these people were seeing a
metaphorically-
metaphor suck the blood out of their goats?
Nobody saw the metaphor, or nobody saw it happen.
So they
though.
do have proof.
Jesse, again, you do
There
not
is someone
have
who has a
microphone.
taxidermied Chupacabra
Yeah.
that sucked the blood of her chickens, so I don't know.
I'm going to go get the dogs.
What is
Explain
taxidermy?
taxidermy
real
is
quick.
it's a live animal that's stuffed.
How did they kill the animal?
It was hit by a car.
Ooh,
That's convenient.
Yeah.
that's weird.
Wow.
It almost takes away a bit of the punch.
Well, how come
Like if
no
Bigfoot, we
has
found
ever been hit by a
Bigfoot,
car?
but he like
He was
died
hit
of
by a
like
car.
dysentery or something. I think we'd be all
Well,
like,
it's not
okay.
dysentery, it's a car.
No, but an equivalent to a car would be
Dysentery
dysentery.
is Mexican
Roadkill,
car.
that takes away.
Yeah.
My buddy growing
I'm
up had
pretty
a
sure
cat,
it's
and
Mexican
you know,
for
so you have a garage door has like a motion sensor underneath it.
Is this going to be relevant?
It sounds.
I'll tell you.
Yes, he
I'll tell you.
said.
It wasn't going to be
Yes, he said
relevant.
I'll tell you
anything
after
on this
the
whole
Well, it's
series
only a
that was
threat to
relevant.
goats and chickens, apparently.
There was a whole nother
Wait, no, it got hit by a car.
This is a
There's
different
more
one.
than one.
There's more than one.
How many
Warfield
Warfield could
So
you say
wouldn't
there
it-
are?
Daniel, what would it be then if it's
At least
not
two.
El Chupacabra would
At
be
least
the
that-
Chupacabra, right?
Definitive,
The goat
there's definitely
sucker.
two, and there could be more.
What would multiple goat suckers be in
How-
Spanish?
okay.
Not the Chupacabras.
Chupacabra.
El Chupacabras.
So it'd still be the Chupacabras?
Yeah.
The goat suckers?
Yeah, that makes it plural, I think.
Okay.
I took
Why is
German.
Jillian still here? Oh,
All
she's not.
right, so commercial break here.
Our sponsor.
That's the West Virginia one
I think
again.
I liked our last expert better.
Chet, when you're watching this one, you sent me the wrong ad, so I can't really read it. This is the West Virginia one again. I know we had a talk about you kind of stepping up the quality a little bit, and that we would then match that. You step up the quality, we'll step up the quality. So, just for our ad guy, Chet, please make sure you have the right copy in here. Otherwise, unless I don't think we're reading the exact same copy for the Travel West Virginia one, but if we are, I'm sorry, West Virginia.
Is it possible that West Virginia paid for 2 commercials?
It's the same ad, though.
Chet gave you that?
Yeah, Chet gave me.
I
it.
thought
What?
yeah.
I'm just going to go
For what?
on if we're not getting paid.
We were hiring for that position for quite a while. And I thought, like, we had a lot of really qualified applicants. And then, like, Chet applies, and, like, 2 days later, like, yeah, Chet got the job. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Well, I mean, I think he tested pretty well.
no, he did interview well.
I mean,
Yeah,
in
he
John's
was there.
defense-
Honestly, unfortunately, he was the only one that was there on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not everything, though.
No, I
mean,
know.
Also, he was the only one that didn't.
You can tell me
ask
that
how much he was
you tell me
getting
that
paid.
we hired for that job based on who was the most punctual.
He was also the only one that
partially.
didn't ask in his interview how much we were going to pay him.
Yeah. So
But I feel like that guy is like messed up left and right.
yeah.
I'm in a meeting like every other
just
day
in
about
case
his
visit
work
West
performance.
Virginia.
Is that all we're talking about, Chupacabra? That's all we're going to say.
I think we went pretty in depth on that.
We didn't
Yeah,
go
I
in
feel like I
depth
know
at
all
all.
All I have to say is I don't know anything about the Chupacabra.
And she's been
Well, you
sitting
went to
there the
go
whole
get the dogs. That's
Which I still don't understand why we didn't start with shapeshifters.
If I had my
I'm
way,
just
Jillian
saying.
will never be on the show again.
time. No
So-
offense, Jillian.
Is she here?
She's up behind the camera.
Oh my gosh.
Good thing Chet's not here.
Susan. The reason you were really brought onto the show because I think we saw
I was confused.
confused a little bit. Talk to us a little bit. Susan's going to handle our local legend.
Local
the
legends.
Closing out of the show.
Oh, yeah.
From this one's a little more personal though, right?
Right.
I don't think I've heard this.
Am
Yeah, if you could. Yeah.
Well, that's not the only. I mean, if we're being real
Now everyone can see what
about
knows.
why she's here doing this segment.
What is that?
I just said what you actually said. Like when we said, "Why are we bringing in a new expert?" You said, "This is a visual medium. I think she would be better." Those were your words.
Then Jillian.
Yeah. When
I
you
feel a little uncomfortable. and
Without
like,
me?
It's not like
I'm not involved in that either.
no, I'm just saying. I'm
So, like,
surprised
Micah-
that it
I
wasn't.
think Micah and I should be involved.
When
in
when
these
talking to the
That's
staff,
well,
you chose not to cite her expertise or what she knew. You simply just said it's a visual medium. I think she'd be a better expert.
I don't think
So,
we should
just
be
to
talking
get
about this
straight,
on air.
Just to,
I
let me
don't
just
think
get one thing
Susan.
straight.
But
You
we
guys-
keep meeting notes, and I think that these probably showed up in the meeting
I
notes.
just want to inject one thing because this is kind of the problem I'm seeing.
You
with
inject
this.
a lot of things.
This is the
into
kind of
this
problem
thing.
that I'm seeing with this. You guys think that a podcast is a visual medium.
It's a video podcast.
We're being filmed. There
This is
are
a
cameras.
video podcast.
That's what the cameras are for.
Yeah.
What do you
I thought
think?
they were
You're,
just-
that's you on the monitor.
I thought they were
I
just.
will. In his defense, he's like really poorly lit. I
am
made
very
it will seem
poorly
like
lit.
this, like the whole series.
So I
listeners
went-
like it if you get to the point.
Yeah. So actually, the bridge on Wisner Road
Wiesner.
is.
It's like I just want to say, like I've been there a few times.
You have?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, terrifying experiences. But I've heard it both, Wisner and Weisner. So
I've actually
Keep
thought
going.
it was
Lives
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the road.
It's-
because it's
She
spelled
tells
like
people where she
wiener.
lives. She
Oscar
says
Mayer
Wisner
Wiener.
Road.
it's like dialect.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Dialect
not.
thing.
Sorry, it's
That's
probably
not how
my
dialect
accent.
works.
The actual
You had a
bridge
personal
has
story,
been
though.
demolished. Yeah.
Right.
So you can't go like in the middle of the bridge because it's not there anymore. But there's a portion of the bridge that is still there. So the road is closed. You can't go all the way through. So you have to go on like the south
Because
end
there's
of the
no
road.
bridge.
Yeah, the bridge.
Is the bridge kind of out in
That
the
makes sense,
open?
but you wouldn't be able to
or-
drive over.
It's like
Right.
basically the
Bridge,
first
that's-
portion of the bridge is there, and then it's dead end. Can't drive anymore. You could, but it wouldn't be great.
You could.
Like I can't.
So I decided to go there with a
What's
couple
that
of
supposed to mean?
friends. So we drove down the road, and it's like this long, winding road. The houses are really set back far, kind of up above. And so we go there, and we didn't go at midnight, so we went around 9:30. And we get to the dead end, and we decided to do the 16-point turn around because it's pretty tight because we wanted to make a speedy getaway if need be.
So you took your car out there.
I did, yeah.
You can't really walk. It's like a long.
You could, but it would take you.
Make it
Yeah, and
speed getaway.
if anything got you,
takes longer
you'd
than
have
Go
to.
ahead,
you'd have
keep
to,
telling the
run
story.
really fast.
So we turn off the car, we wait about 5 minutes, we don't hear anything. So we turn it back on, we get a little brave. I have my headlights on, so we decide to go out and just peek over the bridge, take some pictures. So as we're doing that, there's a house set kind of on this hill, and all of a sudden we see headlights. So we're like, okay, we're gonna just go back in the car. I turn my headlights off so they don't see us. And it's sitting there. It felt like an hour. It was probably more like 2 minutes. They just sat there. And then they slowly make it down this winding driveway. And we're just
Wait,
sitting
they're
there.
coming towards you?
Well, they're going down the driveway.
So at this point,
And
it's
then
like
they just
9:32
stop
at night.
at the end of the driveway. So we're getting freaked out because of the atmosphere and everything.
But
So
you guys
I
are
was-
just sitting. You didn't
we're just
leave.
sitting
In the
car.
dark.
In the dark. Completely dark. So they say, Susan, just lock the doors. Just lock the doors. So I'm
Lock
like,
it,
okay.
Susan, lock it.
So I hit.
Who's Susan?
That is me.
Okay.
Did you not introduce?
I did.
Okay.
I did. He was not.
So
listening.
Ignore Jesse.
I hit lock, and I hear the first initial lock click that you hear when you lock your car doors, and then it unlocks. So I look, and my door is not locked.
What?
So I hit the lock again, it locks, and then I hear it unlock. And so I start to freak out, and I rapidly hit it, and everyone in the back is like, okay, we get it. The doors are locked. You're fine. And I'm like, my door is not locked. Everyone else's doors were locked but mine. So at this point, I'm freaking out more. The car is still sitting there, so we're waiting. It finally drives off, and we wait about a minute, and then
Your
I'm like,
car drove off?
the car at the driveway drove
Like
off.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
didn't
So-
drive my car.
the
yeah, 'cause I
car,
wanted
the
them to
creepy
be
car drove off.
So
Okay.
the creepy car drove off, and then we drove. And I take a turn out of Wisner Road, or Wisner.
Wiesner.
I wasn't going to say
Wiesner,
anything.
okay. And so I start driving, and I'm like, this is not the same way I came from. So I'm driving, I'm like, I gotta turn around, I don't know where I am. But there's no driveways. So there's no street lights, I'm just driving down this winding road, there's woods all around us, obviously. And I have no idea where I am. It kind of felt like the Twilight Zone a little bit. So probably 15 minutes later, I finally get to a road that I recognize. So I drive out, I make sure everybody gets home except for one person is still with me. And I'm like, I'm on
They
empty.
didn't get home?
No, didn't take her home yet because I had to get gas. My car was on empty.
Okay,
So I'm
sure.
like, I gotta run to the gas station. So I get to the gas station, I get out, I'm pumping my gas. The person with me decides to get out of the car as well. And she's just walking around stretching her legs. And she looks and she said, Susan, you gotta get back here. So I go to the back of my car, and there's these tiny little human handprints all over the back of my window. And that's my story.
Wow.
Oh wow, that was good. That was really good. That was
Yeah.
really good. I think that's about done for the episode, though.
Well, thanks. That's all the time we have for this episode of Beyond the Truth, the official podcast outgrowth of the Finding the Truth series, where we explore the truth surrounding the truth of monsters, myths, legends, and lore. I'm your host, John Klein.
Ooh, spooky! Not scary. Why did you write all this stuff about it?
Chase 'em away, chase 'em away, chase 'em away.